Harvard's coaches are notable not only for their skill on the sidelines, but also for their success in their complementary roles as effective educators and valued mentors.
Our students who are athletes have really had a great fortune of having a constant adult in their life while they were here. And this is an individual who not only helped them on the field, but really helped shape who they are, their aspirations for who they want to be.
The tenure of Harvard's most established coaches is measured not in seasons, but in decades, with 9 of them having spent more than 20 years at the college. 2 of the most revered figures, men's heavyweight crew coach Harry Parker and squash and tennis coach Jack Barnaby, served for nearly a century between them.
I actually got more life lessons from Harry and Jack than I got from any professors. They both were classic Harvard coaches in that they're both smart as hell. They both were incredibly well-read, and they both actually were interested in a lot more than just squash or a lot more than crew.
Because of their close and constant contact with their athletes, Harvard's coaches often have more influence upon their lives than do their professors.
I believe we coaches know these kids better than anybody in the university. And we're with them longer, we're with them for 4 years.
Delaney-Smith, who has coached the varsity since 1982, has played a unique role in her former players' lives.
She's somebody that I just took on as my mentor, as a life coach, as a basketball coach, and I respected her on and off the court.
The extraordinary amount of time that Harvard's coaches spend communicating with their athletes often creates uncommon personal bonds.
We see them every day, and so it's inevitable that we are involved in their lives, that we know when they're having a good day and when they're having a bad day and when they have a tough exam coming up and when their grandmother is sick. You understand and you can hopefully support them to the degree that they want.
O'Leary, who has had 11 of her rowers compete in the Olympics, stays in close touch with them well after their intercollegiate days.
She came down to Olympic trials and took me out to dinner, and she's like, you just need someone to feed you right now. And it's hard to remember when she was just a coach because she's been such a great friend to us for so long.
Harvard's coaches make a point of providing guidance that goes beyond simply how to become proficient in their sport.
We spend so much time with these kids that if we're not helping them and teaching them, how to conduct themselves when they're not sailing, then we're doing them a disservice.
Daily accessibility creates natural opportunities for coaches to develop trusting relationships with their athletes.
The easiest way for me to do it is to just be there when they walk in and when they walk out. And some kids will walk in every day and say hi, and other kids will walk by for 4 years, but that's their choice.
Stone, who coached 4 of her players to an Olympic silver medal with the U.S. team in 2014, stresses to them their responsibilities beyond the hockey rink.
What I've really taken from Coach Stone, it's about what you can give to the world after you've been given so much by an institution like Harvard.
Because they got to know their student athletes even before they were admitted to the college, Harvard's coaches quickly become unofficial advisors to them on campus.
Every first year walking in gets 4 advisors. For the athletes, they get a 5th with their coaches, and that makes those students that much more able to deal with the rigors of Harvard, that have all of the experience and all of the knowledge that the coaches bring from having worked with hundreds of students is in their lives, so that when they hit an academic obstacle, they have a whole nother group of people and also options and ideas about how to deal with it.
One of the most satisfying aspects for coaches is watching their athletes evolve as people from season to season.
That's why we all do this, is to see the players that we coach grow and develop. That's the real joy in it, that you have these players come in as freshmen and you see how they grow over 4 years.
Coaches also are useful in helping athletes set personal goals.
Helping them to get what they want is, I think, my biggest thing.
Imparting lifelong lessons to their athletes is a natural part of the mentoring role for Crimson coaches.
Well, I think if you were to sit every one of my guys down and say, what's my mantra, they would basically say, Coach wants me to be a better person. If 100% of my guys are saying that, then I'm doing the right thing.
The personal qualities that contribute to athletic success also are valuable assets after playing days have ended.
We spent time talking about life lessons and resiliency and accountability and the ability to bounce back, things that are going to make you successful in life, the hard work and the grittiness and the determination. We probably spend more time talking about those things than we would, about the actual skill of the game.
While excellence in intercollegiate competition is a primary goal of Harvard's teams, Its coaches emphasize the lasting benefits that come from athletic participation.
What I tell them is that it's not about the championship rings. It's not about the Ivy League accolades. Those are great. But what it's really all about, it's about the journey, the people you meet, and the relationships you make along the way.
The connections between Harvard's coaches and athletes frequently continue long after commencement.
I've been to weddings, I've held babies, just wonderful relationships with them. I think that's one of the most rewarding things as a coach.
Harvard's coaches calculate their achievements not so much by victories and championships as by their lasting influence upon student athletes.
I envy the coaches. When you ask the students, that's who they learn the most from, that's who they remember. And as a faculty member, I wish that's what they said about me.